So I want you to think about these two questions. Currently, not what you would love, but currently, what energy are you broadcasting when you walk into the room, when you sit at the table, when you show up on social media, on a live, on a video? What energy are you broadcasting? And are you leaking your power, or would you say you're anchoring it? All right, so just because we're speaking about showing up, it doesn't mean that you have to be loud to do this. I want to be super clear with you that showing up in your space and claiming your space does not mean being an extrovert. It does not mean wearing sparkles and sprinkles and being loud and being bold and being out there. You don't have to change who you are. In this video, I want to talk to you about energetic presence and how to be felt without saying a word. How to be felt. Because the reality is you don't need to speak louder. You need to be louder. Being who you're being. If you remember, we talked about a lot of this, the energetics of who you are being, modules 1 till 4, those lessons. I want to talk to you about presence. What is presence? Presence is being felt. It's the sense of who you are when you enter a space. I love this. One of my mentors used to speak about being a lion in the room. And so in one of my trainings, I teach something called Own the Stage. And how do you own the stage? Owning the stage is all about your presence. It's not about what you're saying. It's not about the keynote slides. Obviously, that all matters. But owning the stage, owning your space, showing up like the lion in the room. And this is what he would say. He would say, you see me, I'm sitting here, I'm talking to you, I'm flapping my hands around. And all of a sudden, out the side, door left, comes a lion and just walks slowly into the room and just sits down next to me. Now, if we were really together and I was talking and you were listening and a lion walked through the door and came and sat behind me like this, you would not be looking at me. I promise you, you would not be looking at me. You would not be paying attention to me. You'd be like, oh shit, there is a lion in the room. Oh my goodness. That's what you would be doing. You would have all your attention and energy on the silent but powerful and presenceful lion. And the lion doesn't need to roar. The lion doesn't need to show you their teeth. They just walk on in, sit down like a lion. And when you have the power and the presence of the lioness in the room, ooh, that's not about your volume, baby. It's about the presence you have. It's about the energy you have. It's about what you're radiating. It's your energetic being. This is how you get felt without speaking. And believe it or not, we're doing this all the time. And when you think about someone's presence, it's about their internal safety. It's about the embodied confidence and energetic congruence. They know who they are confident, they are embodying it, they're safe, they are grounded. And people can tell when you're grounded versus when you're faking it. And it's super important because people trust when they feel from you. Not just what they hear you say. People trust what they feel from you, how you make someone feel. And I want you to think about that in your own life. You meet someone, you go to buy a car, and you get hit with this person, and you're like, I don't know about this person. Or you're following someone on social media, or you meet someone out and about in an event, and you don't feel like they're fully embodied. And you're like, I don't know. You get that feeling in your gut, right? Like your stomach is just like, Or you're like, I'm open. I get that straight away with people. I get that with people virtually, when I'm watching something, when they're in front of me. Like, I'm very good at discernment with energetics now. I was not good at that before. But the more and more I've done and dug into my work, I'm amazing at that now. And so it's really important that you have presence. That's number one with showing up energetically. How is your presence? Are you actually here? And obviously, are you present? Are you worried about other things? One of the things about presence that a lot of people don't talk about is if you're thinking about yourself and how you look and your insecurity comes out, you could fake it till you make it. Bullshit. I hate that saying. Stop saying that. We don't believe in that here, okay? The Queen of Confidence Company, we don't say fake it till you make it. We say, fuck fake it, you gonna make it. That's it, you make it up as you go. But the faking it till you make it, some people are really good at that, right? Like they can pretend, they can do all these things. But what happens when you are not present in the here and now? If I was recording this video thinking about, oh my God, it's raining outside, I have to pick up my kids, blah, 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 I wouldn't be able to focus. My train of thought wouldn't be here with you. And you would feel like, oh, Erica's gone off, or feels like she's not really here, but I'm still talking. And this happens all the time. And so the more in yourself you are, and in your lack of esteem, and in your I'm not good enough, and in your insecurity, and in your worried about how you look to other people, the insecurity pulls you out of the present moment, and it makes you be thinking about a future or a past that's not here right now. And so the number one thing when you're showing up that's scary that people want to do is go, oh my God, will they like how I'm wearing? They like my hat? Will they like, what if I look stupid? What if they don't like me? What if I, me, I, and we get self-obsessed and we get into ourselves, and you like cave your whole world into yourself instead of being in the here and now with the people that are here, connecting and making eye contact, being present, listening actively, being able to respond to what they said, asking engaging questions, and being there, energetically being present. This is a huge thing about becoming magnetic, which we're going to talk about in the next module. Huge. And so it's not enough that you're just floating around. You have to be present and have presence. The second bit that I want to talk about is the psychology of presence. Now, wild, but based on research around mirrors, I say mirrors in a weird way because I'm American, but mirror, like a mirror, and nonverbal influence, studies will show that 93% of communication is nonverbal. Nonverbal, like 93% of communication, which is air quotes verbal, is nonverbal. So that's your tone, your body, and your energy. So literally, people are decoding your leadership and your trustworthiness within seconds before you ever speak a word. I remember one of my first businesses I had was a stylist, and I called my styling company 7 seconds. Because at the time, the research showed that in the first 7 seconds of meeting someone, they are judging you. They say don't judge a book by a cover. Of course they do. And now to hear that 93% of communication is nonverbal, what? So if you don't know what to say or you don't have the right words, it doesn't matter. It's about your tone, your body language, your energetics. And if your body is like, I'm not sure, I'm not good enough, I shouldn't be here, who am I to do this? But your words are like, I'm so confident. People are going to believe your body. And I'll tell you in my therapy work, your nervous system does not lie. And everybody's nervous system is going to pick up on each other's nervous system. So if you're nervous and you're worried and you're freaking out and your body's not sure, all the words in the world, as you can see, 93%, doesn't matter. It's all about how you're actually feeling internally. That matters. Your presence matters. Your energy matters. And I want you to think about that. Think about a time where you've seen that. Think about a time where you maybe met someone or you went somewhere and you were like, oh, I don't know. They're saying all the right things, or on a date maybe. They're saying all the right things, but I don't know about this person. Your nervous system is going to speak before your mouth does. Trust your gut, my love. Listen to me. Ladies need to listen to this. And it's a big part, side note. It's what I talked about with confidence, how it's an emergency and how it's so important. When we can listen to our bodies and our nervous system is talking to us, it's that spidey sense. It's like, oh, that's unsafe. I don't know about this person. We need to get better at that. We need to get better at listening to that. And if you're in fight or flight or freeze or fawn or any of that, the people that that are following you are going to feel it. Your coworkers are going to feel it. Your clients that you're trying to sell are going to feel it. Like, they're going to feel it. Because confidence isn't like a pose. Yeah, power poses are great. We love Amy Cuddy. Yes, power poses are amazing. But confidence isn't a power pose. It's about your frequency. Your frequency is felt. And you're either contracting or expanding your field. You're either going inward and contracting, or you are in expansion. You are in receiving. You are in abundance. You are elevating. You are connecting. You are magnetic. You are electric. Like, that is what we want to be doing. So I want you to think about these two questions. Currently, not what you would love, but currently, what energy are you broadcasting when you walk into the room? When you sit at the table? When you show up on social media, on a live, on a video? What energy are you broadcasting? And are you leaking your power, or would you say you're anchoring it? Think about that. We need to talk about something as well that, I don't know, I feel like because I'm an extrovert and I love pink and I love sequins and I'm bright and I'm out there, a lot of people that work with me think like, do I have to be like you, Erica? And it's like, no, you don't have to be like me. I don't want you to be like me. How annoying would that be? I want you to be you. And if you are quiet or introverted or someone that's more inward or grounded or more chill, like fantastic. Commanding attention without overcompensating is such a gift for having energetic presence. You don't need to overcompensate. You don't need to be big. You don't need to be shouting. You don't need to be dominating. You don't need to tear people down publicly or judge people in order to look good or prove yourself. You don't have to try. When you're doing your energetic presence, you're just being, baby. Human being, not human doing. You know what I'm saying? Doing less. And your real power is in that quiet certainty. Like it's not rushing. It's not looking for approval. Overcompensating when you're in a lack of confidence and you're talking really fast and you're over-explaining and you're laughing because you don't want to look stupid, or you're like, oh, and you're filling the gaps. You know, when you try to say something and there's silence, and you're like, so anyway, no, baby, chill. When you're embodied in your presence, you speak slow, you make eye contact, you stay grounded, you're still, you're breathing properly, you are present, you are here, you are now. And in this space, like silence will work for you because stillness will speak for you. You don't have to be all rah, rah, rah. And trust me, I'm rah, rah, rah. I fucking love that shit, but sometimes I'm not. And finally, last point here. I know I'm driving it home, but energetic presence is so important, especially for you. I see you. You're more chill. You're more quiet. Pay attention to your body language. Pay attention to your posture. Sometimes Hamish will podcast with me in the room and I'm tapping his back because I know he hates when he sees himself like this. And I'm like, And because I see him, I'm like, I'm shoulders back and I'll tap him. And I think he thinks get closer to the microphone. So he's more like that. But I'm like, no, babe, like sit up straight. Look at the camera. I'm looking at your eyeballs. I know they're not your eyeballs, but they are your eyeballs because you're watching this and you're watching me. And I'm seeing you and I'm with you and I got you. And I'm like, come on. My posture's up. I am head up. I'm looking at you. I'm excited to talk to you. I'm smiling. I start all my videos smiling. I might even cry, but I'm going to look at you. I'm not going to do this. Hey, guys, I think you should. No. Spine tall, shoulders back. I was at an event once and a woman was like, headlights out. And I was like, okay, I like that. Headlights up, right? Whatever. Headlights up, shoulders back, spine tall, grounded feet. You feel safe and you're safe to others. You're showing your hands. There's some studies that have been done that I think it actually was Amy Cuddy with that power pose TEDx, where she said when someone's hands are hidden, if like I was out here like this, all right, guys, so today it's a bit like, you know, military style. It's a bit like, what do you got behind your hands? Or your hands are in your pocket. I feel like someone's going to pull something out. So it stresses people out. Their nervous system goes up higher and their cortisol rises when they see someone with their hands in their pockets or hidden. It's like a danger. So you feel safe. You're like looking, you're open, you're warm. This is warm and open, by the way. Hi, how are you? Hands open, warm. I'm not pointing at you. I'm not looking down. I'm not looking at you like this. You know, like be mindful of your body language and your posture. Movement. Movement is so important. I'm not fidgeting. I'm not flickering. I'm not, you know, like the fidgeting, the pacing, the sitting in the corner like this, head down. I'm at every event I go to, and I highly recommend this shit. I sit at the front, put my hand up like this. You can't even see it. It's out of frame. Some people will be like, me. I'm like, what the fuck was that? You scratching your ear? Were you trying to fix your earring? I'm like, was that a question? Like, who? Put your hands up. Give me a confident hand. One of these. Yeah, like think about your movements. Think about how you move. Think about, are you fidgety? Are you doing that to your leg? And I know that's an ADHD thing or a nervous thing. Pay attention. Slow down enough to realize my leg is doing this. What's going on for me right now? Am I nervous about something? Yeah, I'm worried. Okay, what am I worried about? And then you start working and coaching yourself. You start therapizing yourself. That shit is a skill. We didn't just go through modules 1 to 4. This is some shit I want to teach you for life. Trust me, I do all the work in modules 1 to 4 every day. Especially when I'm flying, I'm on the plane crying and doing my Byron Katie questions to this day. Eye contact, important. Don't stare at people and not blink, right? That's weird. But steady, looking, listening, watching, boom, steady, make it easy. If you don't want to stare at someone's eyeballs, you can stare at their head. They won't know the difference. Stare between there. If you're like, I'm so scared of eye contact. I used to be really scared of eye contact. You're going to struggle to have energetic presence if you can't stare at someone, if you can't look at someone in the eyes, not stare, look at someone in the eyes. Lastly, breathing. I just got adjusted a week ago from my chiropractor. Girl, I couldn't breathe. He was like, like your breathing is messed up. And I was like, I feel like I can't fully breathe. And I was stuck and he just cracked an area. And I was like, oh my gosh, but the amount of times that you shallow breathe because you're anxious and your energy's anxious and you're thinking about the future and you're worried and you're not in the present, take a deep, calm, authoritative breath. Your breath can be your anchor when you get into these moments. So I want you to think about this. Where do you feel most present, confident, showing up in your body? Where are you shrinking? Physically, do you notice that you shrink, that you don't make eye contact? And if you were standing in your freaking power, showing up like the boss you know yourself to be, what would she feel like in your body? What would she feel like? I really want you to think about this because it's such a game changer when you shift from having to show up externally and think you need to be loud and crazy. You don't. You can be energetically present. You can be frequency high level. You can be grounded. You can be solid. You can be the lioness in the room.